going on, Girth Gang, and welcome to a little bit of a different FIGANOMICS, a Skeleton Crew episode 3 recap into, let's talk about those figs, let's talk about that set. Gonna ride solo tonight, do something a little differently. File in, spoiler warning, we're gonna be talking spoilers tonight. And fun episode. Streak continues. That's my spoiler. My first spoiler. Hey Riley, it's Sean Solo. All right, boys. So yeah, Skeleton Crew episode 3 just wrapped. Again, if you don't want spoilers, come back and listen on the replay, gang. It's all good. I am in a different location, not in studio tonight. I have an early flight in the morning, so this is a real chill stream. Let's see. Go ahead and welcome in the Girth Gang. Guys, I've done the solo thing like a handful of times. Bear with me. I think your energy and your comments will keep this keep this flowing nicely without somebody to bounce off of. But yeah, let's get some immediate reactions, guys. Let's get your scores on the episode. What are you thinking? 1 to 10? Hey, digital fanboy. All good, dude. Things are improving every day. Appreciate it, though. Thank you so much. What'd you guys think? 1 to 10, if you saw it. If you didn't see it yet, all good. Also seeing a lot of comments from you guys about people getting, about the gang getting the Girth Troopers in. Love to see it. Keep those coming. Keep the tags coming. Seems like you guys are really, really happy with that one. More to come for sure. I think we should do some UGS sets, and then we'll do some figure sets. So everybody understands what UGS set is, right? We're up to 2 UGS sets now. At 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7.8 out of 10. Haven't seen episode 3, but want to hang out. Haven't seen it. All right, guys. Again, yo, Jandern, what's happening, dude? All right. Let's because we're on the other setup tonight, let's get into some ducks. Ooh. Yeah, I've missed the smooth sounds of those ducks. We'll welcome in the Girth Gang. Yeah. All right. Shout out to Lego Timmy. He was the first commenter, and I awarded him with the first championship belt. So that's going to be a thing. Anybody who makes the first comment is now the first weight champion of the world. Terminator in the building. Cooper is here. Double check. New thing tonight. Yeah, we're trying something new. I mean, I think in season, here's the reality, guys. Like, I want to see Skeleton Crew as much as you guys do. And I think if we started at 9, like we normally do, some people we wanted to check out Skeleton Crew before coming over. So I figured we could watch it. If you guys are digging this, maybe we do a reaction stream, watch it together kind of thing. But I just think the whole sitting, I'm not going to talk during the whole thing, but I also think sitting silently is weird. So maybe it's just a chat thing. I know Theory and some of the big guys do it, but you guys let me know what you guys think on that. A lot of buying the Cinder comments. What up, Pockets Master? Yeah, a lot of people are more interested, myself included. Cooper shouting out Girth Lug, you gotta love it. Papa Rex, evening Girthies. Freddy's here. PNG, the legend legendary weekend. Unbelievable. Did the big hang with Brent and Tyler. Liam got it for 40% off, dude. That's crazy. How did you get that for 40% off, man? Marty is here. Charlie Bridge, how you doing? Phoenix Flame, it's here. Clever Pig. G Dub. No, this is it's gonna be a Figonomics. We're doing a recap and then we're gonna talk figs. I'm trying to jam it all in at the same time. Rex Eater, thanks for hanging, dude. Jandern shouted you out, but shout you out again. He's ready to roll here. Knickerbricker Bacher with a score of 8. Area 56. How are you? Bearded Brickman. Bearded Brickman. Good to see you. Here, Skeleton Crew is effing awesome. Just got done with the podcast with episode 3. Yeah, Tyler, I really like that one, dude. Finally, something Tyler likes from Amy Schultz. Good to see you, Amy. All good, Area 56. We're going to get into spoilers here, so if you need to bounce, guys, I totally understand. You can catch it on a replay, gang. I did take a couple of notes. I would rather keep this interactive, so it's going to give you some of my highlights that I enjoyed. First off, I hope everyone appreciated the Owl Woman. We're gonna need the Owl Woman, and do we get a planetarium set? I just want to lead with that. The Owl Woman was Kim, I believe is her name. This one obviously seemed like more of the Jod show, establishing Jod with the prison break. I agree, and I'm glad they called it out. Sorry, guys, I haven't memorized all the characters' names yet, but the gal with the visor, she called out. th- I believe it was her that it was a little too easy the jailbreak. I thought it was too easy too, and then definitely the second time because I thought, okay, well, uh, as soon as he goes back, I'm like, oh, they had it, but they went back to get SM-33, and I was certain, like, okay, we're going to be stuck here for a while. And to be honest with you guys, I was kind of enjoying staying where they were. I thought that was a great location. KB, thank you, or KB, yeah, that's right. But I don't know about you guys, but that location was fantastic. I really didn't want them to leave there. That's kind of my jam. I love seeing all the aliens and everything there. Uh, but yeah, I like that a lot. And we also had what else we had? There was Jawas. Was there Jawas last week or the week before? Whatever. I don't remember seeing any, but there's definitely some there this week. They definitely had some X Wangs. Dubs in the chat for X Wing showing up. Always good to see. So yeah, they get to. So anyways, they rescue the droid. They get to Owl Woman Planetarium set that we're gonna need. Um, like if this show gets huge, they're probably gonna. I hope they make the planetarium. I think it'd be a fun set. Um, but yeah, they get there, and then he forecasted Jod, whatever, forecasted that she might turn on him, might betray him, and she does that. But he got the coordinates, so they bounce. X-wing chase at the end, and then probably the coolest scene, which this show's given us a lot of these, which is the kids get to get in the turrets, which is something I think we've all wanted to do, and you can kind of see both of them digging it in the moment, and they jump into hyper, and off we are for the next episode. So that's the recap. But Tyler, I see you out there, dude. Definitely some wangs in the building. Tyler, did you? Yeah, the special effects have been insane. Tyler, are you into Kim? I believe is her name. He loves all the little creatures. Yeah, the pirate scene. They definitely got to get back there. I forgot the name of the planet or where they were exactly. But yeah, they will at least cut back there while the bad guys kind of get their S together to go chase after him. So it's basically going to be like it's going to be interesting because the pirates will be after him, the Republic will be after him with the X-wing. Although I don't know how the pirates are going to be able to find them just yet, unless they have a way to figure out where at it is. It did. It did. It did feel. This one definitely felt uh more Star Warsy, I think, than the other ones. But like outside of the environment, can somebody tell me what the name of the planet, the pirate location is? I'm sorry, I want to be able to. But it definitely felt that way for sure. The ship's gonna break down, or one of the kids are gonna go get caught, so they got to go back to rescue him. Rescue who? Oh yeah, the B1 in there too was pretty sick. And I bet they were so tempted to drop a Roger Roger, but they didn't, and I actually appreciate that. Um, let's see. Tyler's got the rankings in at 2, 3, and 1. Tyler, did you give me a score on that yet? We're all in eights. Feels like an 8 to a lot of 7 to 8s, I would say. My score on that, I think I'm gonna go like 8.5, maybe higher, maybe a 9, actually. I don't know what else they could have done. They established Jod, they left, things happened. I mean, a point deduction again, unless it's explained later on how the escape was so easy. That that, yeah, maybe that brings it down a little bit. I mean, granted, I'm glad they didn't spend like the whole episode getting out of there because they could have done that like as a time burn, but that was a bit weird. But since they called it out, 8.6 for Tyler, yeah. I'm I'm hopeful that they explain, you know, I don't know if everybody was in on it or what. And I think that's what's so cool. And then I guess the other shout I want to give tonight is you guys, they played a lot of that like sort of cosmic, whimsical music. And I don't know if they did it in the episodes previous and I missed it, but kind of that eerie, old school sci-fi, we kind of stuff. Brick by brick, what's happening? Ewok, special little guy running around super fast is legendary. Oh, for sure. Port Borgo. I knew Coop would know. Thank you, Coop. Yeah, that wolf guy needs a fig bad. All right, guys. So you got your scores in. Even if you didn't see tonight's episode, let's get into sets. Is there anything else you're seeing that we could get a set out of so far? Cinder is out there, and they've been stingy on the Diskies, and I think we know why. At least here in the states, I think they're going to start selling some copies of this thing pretty soon. So who's breaking the holdout and I don't want to call us a D1B, but who's going to D1B this thing after seeing a few episodes? It's kind of like a refreshed D1B. 8.4 for Anthony so far. No, you got to check it out, dude. I want a black X-Wing set ever since Rogue One. Yeah, so this one was a Republic one. So it was I think the traditional white or gray with the blue on it. I noticed tonight. I was definitely hoping to get a close up on those, which we did at the end. Was the Rebel pilot anyone significant? I didn't catch it if it was at the end. That's what I like to see. Let's go, Tyler. I was gonna say I could FPJ that Cinder. Yeah, Cooper on my screen. It was either a white or gray or whatever, X-wing color with Republic blue callouts kind of, reminded me a little bit of kind of how they colorway the E-wing and some of those other ships. Tyler was hoping it was Filoni in the cockpit. Nice. All right. I think Ostef has a good policy here, boys. If he likes all the episodes, then he'll buy, you know? Yeah, but I mean, I would love, and I think a lot of you guys would too, just like, what do we need to be at? 1428. That 112 would just feel good, right? That's what the gunship's at right now, right? Like 20% off. It's like 111. It just feels pretty good. Tyler's not waiting until mid-Jan. No. FPJ in the building. The Cindy. And Liam's currently pirating the third episode. I think they want you to do it. But yeah, guys, look, I think it's a solid app. I think it did what it needed to do. Kids were downplayed to a degree, and now everything's established. Predictions for next episode. I think it's gonna be. I mean, we got a ways to go, right? Is there eight, 8 or 10? I think it's eight. I don't think they're gonna quite get right back yet, right? There's gonna be a lot of things happening between now and then. Do we think the price will go up now that the show's out? No. So, I mean, if anything, hopefully, people are asleep at the wheel and the set goes down. And by that, I mean it's been out for how many months now? Is it August? It was an August set, right? Yeah. So you know, but it is interesting that it hasn't hit 20% off yet. Resale price of the figs. We're going to talk about that tonight. So we are going to jump into that in a few. Jander is before I look into like Bricklink and those sort of things because I do have it. Um, the the only heater right now appears to be Neil, which is no surprise to anybody. And I saw him for I want to say 26. Are you guys seeing much action on? I don't suspect there'd be a lot of action on whatnot for that just yet. Just because I don't see people cracking it and selling the figs, unless they're coming up on these cinders on the cheap. Um, Peter fig prices always go up. Yeah, man, I think so. But there's going to be a curve, right? So look, Neil's the guy. We all know Neil's the guy. I'm wondering though, once we start hitting those 112s, we get on the Disky, does he take a tumble or does his popularity within the show? Because I mean, he's already established. I'm sure he's got some more great stuff to do. Does he continue to climb and sort of carry the freight on that $140 set? What's going on, huh? I've been holding them until now before I sell. Okay. He hasn't seen them sold yet. All right. Yeah. So Jandern, you're gonna try to jump in and ride off the strength of the series? All right, let's try to see in just my head on here. Let's get into the butt. That's good. Well, before we do that though, we do have a super. Ostiff with 212, 181 days. Dude, we're officially at the halfway point. And I can tell you guys, 181 days till Monday landing, 186 to the big event. Rennie, love you. Right back at you, Ostiff. And yeah, the guys, we're talking some brick world plans today. It's you can find a way, you got to get there for sure. And in honor of Ostiff and Brick World and the Rennie, it's only one song really that we can play. And that of course is going to be this one. My setup's a little different. But yeah.
You put beers in your mouth at the Rennie. You can meet your future spouse at the Rennie. You can boy all night at the Rennie. Buy it or set you like at the Rennie. It all goes down at the Rennie. If you stay another place, you offend me. Them other hotels at the Rennie. The Rennie is the Rennie is the Rennie. The Rennie is the Rennie.
Mark loves it. Got to go. All I could think to say, he'll replay. And in honor of Mark here, I know he's usually a Baru guy, but uh, yeah, he's bouncing. And I just kind of need to hear Lego Butt again. It's the new one. It's the hot summer, yeah, hot single of the winter here. Here's Lego Butt for Mark.
I want to see that butt, not let go bed. I want to see that butt, not let go bed. Looking good on that box art check. One more finger, boys need to inspect. Front's a heater, but the back could be a wreck. Turning it around and I mean no disrespect.
Look at the butt on that thing.
All right, so that was good. Okay, he is still hanging for a second, so we will honor his actual request, and I'm always down to hear Droideka. Yeah.
You can run, even really fast. It won't matter when I roll up on your ass, I am metal. I've got my blasters, I'm a badass roly-poly robot disaster. Droideka, Trade Federation pinball. Droideka, I make all the Jedi pay. Yeah, I keep rolling, bitch.
I don't know, man. That one's never not good. It's never not good. And speaking of Trade Federation Pinball, huge shout out to you guys. We thank you for the Earth Troopers picks that you're getting, and hopefully soon we get some picks of the Advent. And since we're just rolling clips here, before you guys forget, quantities are dwindling on that one. I just got my copy in the mail, and we start building them on the 19th. If you can't wait, we understand. Totally understand. However, Lake pulled a fast one on us. He's going to upload the digital instructions on the 19th. So I believe that's what he said. Lake, if you're here, keep me honest. But I think the instructions will go up. So if you want to have a go, which a lot of it, you guys are all experienced, you guys can figure out most of it looking at the pics, true Advent style. But he will be providing uh, directions and holiday heaters. Just a quick plug for that. We still have some left over at Matte Black Bricks. And here's the vid on that, and we'll get back into the discussions.
Dashing through the nose while drinking Coors Latte. Over to talks we go, loners all the way.
Holidays, heating is all the way. Anything before 1900, us is no way.
That damn cap cut. I gotta edit that. I don't plug them. Screw them. Anyway, Lake is in the building. He's got it on lockdown. So yeah, guys, you can look at it. You could probably get a good reference point on it, but I got mine in the mail. Huge shout out to Lake. Another just dude, there's Easter eggs on the box you guys have got to see. Just another heater. And yeah, I was talking with Lake earlier today. So we're thinking going forward that the bigger sets, we're going to call them the UGS sets. So um, that'll be the Ultimate Girth series for those of you guys who haven't figured it out yet. And those will be sort of the bigger sets. And I can tell you guys right now, the next big one will be around Brick World. So we're gonna pump the brakes a little bit on definitely on the big releases, but definitely look for some figures here in the new year. It seems like you guys really like those. I've seen some behind the scenes stuff, and we're excited about it. And you guys know it'll always be on the nose. It'll always be in reference to the shows and stuff we're doing here. And as long as it's fun and you guys are enjoying it, we're gonna do it. But yeah, really looking forward to some of that stuff for next year. Slap the like button on the ass, would you? Hive, I got to give you kudos, man. This solo stuff, Sean solo. This is maybe the third time I've ever done this, and probably the longest I've ever done it right now. So, yeah. I don't know. I tonight I'll tell you guys we're going to go through some stuff. It's probably not going to be a long girthy episode. That's going to be Thursday. I've got some stuff to do earlier in the early tomorrow. So I'm not trying to bring everyone down. I just want to set expectations so nobody's like disappointed. Definitely don't ever want to do that for you guys. And I definitely would rather have a show than not have one. So there we go. All right, let's get into this. Let's look at this thing again now that we know some stuff. Yeah. All right. Looking at it through fresh lenses, this it's interesting now that we're seeing it a lot more and a lot more often. Definitely a lot of studs, and I'm wondering, this kind of reminds me in a way, and I'm not knocking it because it's what we have available now, but it's kind of like you could definitely see some of the concept art situation here, that they were given to work with. And I'm not going to say it's unfinished. That's not what I'm going to say. But I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. It's kind of like lightly reminding me of like the first Kylo Ren ship versus the second. I think this could definitely be more tiled off in the future if they decide to revisit it, depending on the success of the show. But for what we again, it's not to knock what we have here, but you guys could definitely see a path to where it could be improved. I'll tell you what I like about this though. What I like about it being so raw dogged here is that it kind of reminds me of just like purest Star Wars. I'm trying to find a term where it's kind of like reminds you of a lot of the older sets, kind of a little bit of that uh maybe a little more unfinished look. But I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to get at here. But again, that's not necessarily a knock. I just think it does look like a little bit of a throwback to me, but I'd like to see a modern take on it too at some point. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's got the two turrets that we just saw. That's kind of more exciting now. Um, the kitty weapons, I get why they're doing it. Figs are great. I mean, the figs have definitely been reinforced in a big way as well. So I've kind of gone on and on there. Let's get your guys' thoughts, seeing it through fresh lenses. Um, let's see. Rumor has it Vader buys his replacement capes at Targs and Nobes. Got out the Mayo, calling out. All right. It might be one of those sets with a really long shelf life. Yeah, it all depends. I think it really all depends on how it goes uh, with the ratings. But so far, everybody seems into it. Um, Again, it's really not just how it starts, but how it finishes, right? And it is traipsing a little bit into goofiness, which I expect, but I like the line they're on right now. It's still serious enough to keep, I think, adults engaged. Let me know what you guys think about that. It's doing a real nice job of sort of riding that line. I'd love to see the sales curve. Yeah, and we can do that, right? So we're gonna look at Amazon. Does Amazon have this one? I'll have to check, but I want to see that, and then maybe we check it in a month because you guys know we can see sales history on that. I love the ship overall too. It's just at certain angles, like it definitely to me looks best on the box. It looks most modern from the side. It just kind of looks, and again, I love the chunkiness of it, and I feel like it's as far as these things go, a pretty good value there. Yeah, it's gritty, and Tyler loves the studs, and again, I'm having a tough time sort of saying what it's an observation. I'm seeing it's a little rougher, and it is an old ship. Florida thinks it's gonna be 3 years, man. I tell you what, if season one does well, they already got a green light for season two. It sounds like, and so that won't be out. Presumably, if they just got it greenlit, I don't know if that means they've already written it or what, but I could definitely see this hanging on until the next one comes out. Yeah, and again, this could be a UCS set in the future. Again, this is if like it goes nuts, becomes a cultural phenomenon. I don't know if it's on that path yet. Neil is cool. I don't know if he's Baby Yoda, where it kind of gets everybody, but we'll see. Tyler wants to grow up with these. Tyler's new. He needs to see Neil go to college. The kids are gonna look old. I wanted to ask you guys. Yeah, brick build owl Kim incoming. I just want a figgy, man. We're getting a lot of brick builds. I just need a figgy. I need Kim. It's Kim with like a weird spelling gender, but you got the name right. There's no way this becomes you see it. Yeah, I never say never. I don't know. Depends on how big this gets. But all right, let's swing this over to Amazon. We'll see what the sales have looked like on this if they have it. I don't think it's an exclusive because Walmart and Target both have it, and I don't think. See what's going on. All right, take a look. Now we should have charted this when the show started because I'm liking what I'm seeing here. 900 bought in the past month. Now you got a couple of things working for it. Um, okay, now it's up to 1K. Did you guys catch that? Ooh, lower price at another store. Where? Just got a honey alert. Okay, so you get 20 bucks from honey if you get it from Walms, dude. If you guys have honey, Walms is doing a $1.20, Tyler. Tyler, you do in-store pickup, dude. Who's pulling Triggy tonight? Who's doing it? Damn. All right, as I was saying though, I think yeah, so it said 900 and then you go to the PDP or the product display page here and it's saying 1,000. So either way, 900 or 1,000. 34. Oh. Oh, eBay's price. Okay. City's got me turned on to all these alerts now. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So this bump, right? I'm more curious to know like, is this a Black Friday bump? Is it a combination of this seasonality and the show being out? That's what I think it is, right? I'd be curious to see though, like if this came out July, would it still do 1,000? If the show had come out in July and the set was out in July, would it still do 1,000 off the strength of just the show? Or is this more like people bought it just for the show now, or is it for Christmas? And I think this one's getting the benefit of the combination of the two. So I'd be curious to see. And Sam says it's because the show being good. I probably should lean a little bit more into that, right? Because if the show wasn't good, it still would hurt the set. It's hard to quantify exactly how much. Timmy's buying it for the show. Live clearance, Cody. 120's a buy for sure. Yeah, man. And by the way, everything that I've ordered through all these, I have. I think I might have mentioned on the show that I didn't get honey or I didn't get one of the other ones. It does come in. Just stay on top of it. Don't forget. And I understand I haven't had to use it yet, but a lot of these have good customer service that'll fix it for you. Just make sure you're logged in. You do all that stuff. But yeah, guys, I'm hearing a lot of guys saying guilt. Heard of that a long time ago. What is that again? I remember looking at guilt. Now, do you? Is this thing where? Yeah, I'm not going to set up an account right now. But walk me through the gimmick there. Don't they charge shipping or something? Knickerbocker, you found guilt through Rakuten? Okay. Yeah, I think you have to like get a membership or they charge shipping. And I think it does end up being like a smidge cheaper. I remember going down the rabbit hole with guilt, but then like something. But if somebody wants to take the plunge, I just don't want to sign up for that right now. I think it's because the show is good. Christmas is still Dark Falcon focused, I think. Yeah. Yeah. And it's really no coincidence, right? I think of everything out this year except for Mos Espa, because I just even at 55, I'm having a hard time. Think that and the Tantive. So that, the Tantive, and then the two girthy sets. And I've just been waiting for some kind of movement on the Falcon or the Cinder, and they're a good chess match because they really haven't done it yet. Kim, Neil, and Wolf are top three characters. Tyler, can you rank them? I'm curious, or is that the ranking? Let's get you guys' top three characters in order. And I feel like I would ask. Here's what's interesting too. Let's get your top three characters in order as far as the show goes, and then let's get your top three minifigs. Because I want to assume everyone's going to pick Neil. There's a love fest going on for Neil, but then like the 2 and 3 spots are interesting. All right, so let's do this. We'll go like show. I kind of jammed two questions together there. I'm still going Neil. I'm gonna find out. All right, these are my characters, favorite characters on the show. Neil, SM33, and the dad, because he's like a dick. And it's funny. Like you can't even like, he'll end up like loving his kid again or whatever, but I'm gonna like to see kind of his journey and everything. Like, you guys notice those parents were like, I think the one mom was freaking out. It might have been one of the it was one of the other kids' moms, but the dad was still very like, I don't know, not spazzing the way he should once he hears his kids on a ship. Yeah, Vane was a good Vane appearance. I agree. All right, Neil, Wolfman, Kim, Fern, Wim, God, SM33, and KB. Solid ranking list. A lot of Fern fans. Okay. I hope she gets another dimension. I'm still like, I think they're Disneying with that, but again, they're even kind of holding back with that. And again, I don't have a problem with what people are calling girl boss stuff. I really don't. But when it's very heavy handed, I'm just like, so they're keeping her under control, I think. It's not so heavy-handed to where it's kinda, like, distracting, if that makes sense. Um, y'all gonna make purist customs for these characters. I don't think so. I don't know that we're gonna get into anything like this. I mean, the only thing I could see us doing, which would be cool, is, like, if we were gonna kinda join the skeleton crew, could be an interesting way to do it, but I always think there's gonna be a twist of involving our show or friends of the show. You know what I mean? I think that makes Neil's whole family are better characters than Ray. Oh, man, that's funny. All right, let's do that honey deal. Mm. Macy's shows up with 135. Macy's is still in the game. You guys got to keep them in your let's see. You got to get that going. All right, let's get the prices here for the figgies. I don't know that it would move that fast. I would love to get Figanomics so robust that we have tickers and all that stuff going. That'd be interesting. But these figgies here. Let's check Neil. We already know Neil. Doing North America or USA. It's the only country that counts right this second in the show. Because we want it now, right? We're gonna want this figure now. We're gonna want it fast. And Lowest right now is 27.62, so we'll call it $28 on Neil. And that is what it was when I looked at it earlier this afternoon. So it's not as if it, jumped a lot. And by the way, I am curious, man. How did Samuel's bricks get 20 Neils? I'm wondering if you had one of those sort of freak show Clarence Cody events like Tyler does, where he rolls up and gets 20 cinders for 30 a piece or something. Is Skelly Cruz supposed to tie into the Mandoverse? Uh, yeah, what timeline are we in? Yeah, I guess it's possible. Yeah, it is. Okay. The droid that got activated immediately turned off because it wasn't SM-33 was a better character than Ray. Okay, so yeah, it's going to show up. So this is shaping up. They better start cutting those guys in now, and that's an interesting thing, right? Like production has started on that, and I'm wondering, off the strength of early results, did they get like below level treatment, high and by type of thing, or are they going to be players in this thing? I still think there's like a ceiling for this either way as far as Mandoverse goes. You're not going to have them compromising a lot of Mando's screen time, I don't think, and Ahsoka and everybody else that did we win? Oh, that's what that was about when somebody wrote that. So somebody must have skipped way ahead because I saw that was one of the first comments. Yeah, there are, man. I gotta go back and watch, but there is a lot of good shout outs. Like, yeah, they hadn't heard of Alderaan. Yeah, New Republic makes sense. Yeah, it's all tied in. Okay. Yeah. Timeline, I knew it was the same roughly, but I didn't know if this is supposed to be on the same plane as that. And you know, hopefully cut. Oh man. Tyler's riding for Guimar in Skelly season 2. Dude, Dan, what's happening? 15 months. Shout out to Dan Flower in the building. 15 months. Unbelievable. What a ride. He'd be like 200 years old. Yeah, that's true, Tyler. He's not going to make it. I don't think he's ever coming back. Vegas has higher odds on Treeler coming back before. Oh man. Kai Mirror, not Qui-Gon Mirror. Okay. Kai Mirror. Emir. And Disney signed off on a second season. They might have skepticism. So I saw earlier this week that a second season was greenlit for this already. I think they're like take the money and run. They have something that people aren't completely bagging on like all the other series they've tried to roll out. All right. We'll get back to Bricklink here. So Neil's definitely the heater of the group, and I would love to be able to tell you guys because I was researching it today that there's a clear cut number 2, but it seems like um everybody's around $7, give or take. Okay, she's gone up because I don't think anybody had broken 8 earlier today. So Fern has gone up. So maybe there's been some movement because she was all of them were 6 something or 7 something about, I don't know, 5, 6 hours ago. They were Jod's at. Okay, Jod's at 850 now. He's definitely moved. This is KB's kind of looking like where everybody else does, 6s, 7s. So Jod has moved. That's interesting. And then Wim didn't have a big episode, so yeah, Wim stays down. So look at that. The Fern bump is interesting because she didn't do too terribly much. Jod makes sense. We got to know him a little bit more. He's gone up. KB talked a little more, didn't do much for the Fig Val, but yeah. So there you go. I wish I had charted that earlier, but I kind of want to say I'm pretty close to guaranteeing Fern and Jod definitely had a bump, and Neil's where he was, but very interesting. Disney hopes Skeleton Crew makes up for the financial bomb that was Acolyte. Yeah, anything to get some momentum. Ymir, Anakin, Maul, Neil, Babu, Padme are the Star Wars equivalent of the Avengers. What about Kim? Is Kim gonna crack that list? Uh, how does Disney make money? It's not like people are gonna subscribe to Disney, right? Well, they subscribe to Disney Plus. I think they need to release it on other platforms. No, I get what you're saying. And maybe like years and years from now they will, but right now their whole business is trying to drive subscriptions to Disney Plus. It's they're by far the most important thing to Disney, and they know that they've got gold with Star Wars if they execute correctly. I'm proud of you. Just got my Girth Trooper super impressed. Thank you. And I'm proud of you too, saying that. Thank you. No, I'm glad you got him. Which one did you get? Or did you get a couple? Did you get the ultimate, the regular? Let me know. I hope everybody got one to rock, one to stock. I think we all did that. And I hope you guys that did get them definitely open one to take a look. The quality is just out of control, and I'm so in a good way. I'm very happy with how they came out. It's always tough printing on black. I think you guys know that. Uh, yeah, yeah. Disney's had its ups and downs. Yeah, Liam. Subscribe for benefits. Ultimate a dish and a standard. Yeah, I think that's a good way to go, right? You have one you're not worried about opening, but if you want to keep a sealed boy out there, you can, you know. It's kind of a good move there. Pre-shipment, UPS, USPS waiting item. Okay. So I think that's like a luck of the draw thing. Just so you guys know, Lake just doing it for the boys has been grinding, getting that stuff out. So as soon as it is, as soon as you can, it'll be out to you guys. I wish Onyx was at Kohl's. Oh, you got that sweet cash you need to burn out. But Lake's done a phenomenal dude. He's killing himself getting that stuff out, especially with the two sets back to back. Quality Rocks and Troopers. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Marty. Yeah, so I mean, I'm pretty excited. We've sort of found a deal on Excinder, and I'm surprised too. Like, haven't my marketplace scene is not great here. This isn't a thriving metropolis like where I used to live, so it's a little bit tough. That being said, I haven't seen a single one. I don't know if you guys have seen any dealios on it. However, they're acquiring them and able to sell them for 80, $90, but I haven't even seen that on there. So it's going to be interesting. Onyx at Costco. Yeah, I mean, that'd definitely be a risky move if they would have done that pre-release. You imagine if that bombed having $140, and then you had to offload those for 30. We would all eat, no doubt, but that would have been a mistake. Okay, so there you go. On the spot, customer service, best in the game. Riley, yours and one other order still say that. It was initially 10 orders. USPS is a little backed up. Hopefully there'll be some movement soon. So cool. Sam, I hope you enjoy it. I know you, in fact, I know you will. It's an awesome figure. Speaking of which, I just opened this out of order because I decided to let my son go nuts. Ah, there you go. Sorry guys, quality. Yeah, open my Luke Advent. Tremendous. It's definitely climbing the charts. It's always a great feeling to get a Luke. I must feel how it feels to get a Anakin or something. And sneak preview, hopefully, for Thursday. Speaking of Anakin, Tyler, Brent, PNG, if you're still hanging around, all met Anakin this week. And we're gonna find out, we're gonna get their instant replay, the blow by blow. What did it look like? What did it feel like? What did it smell like? All that good stuff. From their experience in meeting Hayden Christensen. I was chatting with Brent a little bit as they were down there, getting ready, getting in position to meet Hayden. That's going to be a good tale. People have said, "Is he coming to Brick World?" TBD. I actually don't know what. We haven't caught up fully. I don't know if an attempt was made, but I think that's going to be some funny dialogue, trying to figure out, did they attempt? If they didn't, why or why not? I could just kind of see that playing out. Yeah, Tyler was stoked. But I did say to them, on the phone, just like I say on the show, I'm I'm half kidding, but not half kidding. Like, see if we could work something out with them. But overall, I'm like, most importantly, you enjoy that. That's a big moment for those boys. And so, if it didn't occur to him to do it, it's all good. But I still got to razz him about it. I hope you guys understand. Like, that's got to happen. We got to ask about it. As far as futures goes, what do you guys think? So long term, I guess it just depends how long this thing's on the shelf. Depends on what the next version of the figures look like, whether these will sort of maintain hold value. I think for now, though, rather than like sort of um, regular Figonomics charting, I think this episode is like this is one of those ones where the 140 all of a sudden seems worth it because the quality of show is good. So hopefully you guys find a deal on it. Tyler just said it best a little while ago. I don't know if I showed it, but if saving that 20% or $28 is worth it to you, or if it's what needs to happen to acquire, like definitely do that. But $28 difference, you could have it now, have it for the show, get that feeling of having the set or the thing or the ship from the thing that's currently out. I mean, that's pretty, you guys know how that works. So let's see. Bet Hayden would, yeah, dude. Hayden looks like he pounds the cores. I could. He's definitely. I'd be curious to know if he parties. I suspect he does. I'd be surprised if Hayden was present after a few hours. We'll get the full replay. I would love. I can't. I'm hoping it all comes together. I want the full replay. From what I saw, again, you can be paid to stand somewhere and smile, but all of his smiles look big and genuine. And I know he's an actor, so you never really know what's going on. But from what I hear, he's pretty chill, and he does play around and do like some custom stuff you ask him to do. And he seems genuinely thrilled that people are still riding for him after all this time. It's got to be a good feeling. I'm sure it does get dull and monotonous sometimes, but sometimes, like, it could just be he really is having a good time. Imagine Ostef hooking up Hayden with a course. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I've heard is he chill? Okay. I don't know, man. I think he'd really fit in at Brickworld. How was the new EPS, Scooty Doo? It is. We're all at about an 8 or 9, man. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Scooty Doo is a Orlando radio legend out there listening to us, and a good friend. So shout out to Scooty Doo. I think he's commented on here before, but yeah, Scooty, you got to see it. So don't listen to earlier or anything we're going to say past now because I don't want you to have spoilers. But yeah, everyone's here is in and around an 8 on this one. Really not much to critique except for one little logistical thing for me, but I had fun with it. It was good. All right, Tyler, who just met Anakin Skywalker says, "Is it crazy that with how starstruck I was, I didn't even remember looking at the camera or anything? Like it went so fast, but yet felt so rewarding after 16 years of being a fan." Um, yeah, man, those things tend to go pretty quick. Um, I'm gonna ask you if you said anything, but don't answer here, Tyler. Let's do that Thursday, man. I think everybody wants we want the full rundown. He got so much hate when the prequels first aired, so now the love he gets after so many. Yeah, I think he does feel pretty good to be recognized after all these years. Nikki Brick's pick with AIDS was a heater. Yeah, yeah. Oh, with the outfit. Yeah, she wore the pet. She rocked the Padme for sure. All right. Any other thoughts, comments on the show? Love to hear you guys' feedback. Let me know if this works. If I think we'll probably go back to like regular format and but I think we could do like a quick post game during the season and then get into like main topic on Figonomics. Let me know what you guys think because it's the start time is just really running into that. And I know a lot of people want to see it live so it doesn't get ruined by spoilers. All right, Tyler's going to give us a teaser Thursday. I'll get full breakdown. But through and through, that pick with him, he couldn't be happier. Matching flannels, both look damn good. Golden Arrow Lego set in hand. Yeah, it's like peak Tyler at this point, boil away. All right. So for those of you just joining, we'll do a quick recap of this episode. Um, so basically, this was the Jod episode. Scott, this was where they bust out of jail and get off the planet for the most part. And then he takes them to this owl woman's house planet, and she's awesome. And I think, and so then they get out of they escape. She turns heel on him and calls in some Republic X-wings to come. She was stalling them while she's trying to find directions for them to get back to Aden their planet. And she was stalling them. X-wings come in. They escape the X-wings, go into hyperspace, roll credits. But this one was mainly about them getting off of Pirate World and making that escape, and then figuring out what their route was next. And the only reason they agreed. Oh, also, they thought he was a Jedi. I guess I missed that whole thing. So they thought he was a Jedi. He went along with it. They ended up finding out he's not a Jedi. So he's not a Jedi, as far as we know right now. Group watch on Disney Plus. I don't know. Is that possible? Thoroughly enjoyed tonight's episode. Without giving any spoilers, the aliens in this show are impressing more and more. Yeah, we should do a Discord live group watch. We should do that. Yeah. I'm not a big fan, like I said, unless you're like Stud City has a great Discord. ACOB has a great Discord as well. And I think for this sort of thing, ACOB might be the spot for it for a live stream of a show. I'm not saying theirs isn't, but I think ours, I'm not saying Cities isn't, but I think ours would be good for this too. Yeah, we should just do one. Try it out. And by the way, here's the other thing programming note for everybody. We're going to do everything we can to get shows on for you guys. But I think I said this show previous, this next few weeks, you guys know, is going to be pretty hairy, right? So there's a lot of travel, moving parts, personnel challenges, uh, company parties, family parties, holiday events. So I know you guys know that, but just to reiterate, we're going to try to show up for whatever we can. There can and will be shows moved on certain dates, and I'll try to get ahead of that and announce it for you guys as soon as possible. Oppenheimer, your Discord's the only one I'm still active out of like 70. Yeah. Knickerbocker didn't mean to. No, 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 no. I'm not trying. That came off as defensive. Sorry about that. I know you didn't mean to start anything. I'm just saying, I think our Discord with this group, with the comedy here, like, I think, I think, I think it's gonna be a heater, like no doubt. I think, yeah. Cooper just said, yeah, come on in, dude. Come on, Knicker Brickerbocker. Come on in. That's all right, Eisenhower. But no, come on in, check it out. I just think like, yeah, and I'm in City's Discord too, and I love it. I just know our guys are gonna have a great time doing this live thing, so I think we should do it sometime soon. All right, guys. Like I said, tonight was gonna be a shorty. Um, can't believe I went an hour. I know I can talk, but an hour straight, so with no one to bounce off of has been interesting. So see how it goes. Um, but it sounds like you guys had a good time with this tonight. I know it's a shorty. We didn't get into too much analysis on figs, but for what we did touch on, the Cinder set, everybody seems to be into it. Looks like there is a little bit of a discount with Honey. Neil's the heater of the group, followed by Jod and Fern, the other two. See where those go. Um, are they starting to add pointless Star Wars Easter eggs yet? Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple. But I think, what do you guys think about that? They haven't done too many member berries. It's not overwhelming. They did hit Wizard twice. I remember that. The battle droid. There's I'll tell you what's good about it is there's a good mix of like surface level normie ones and then deeper cuts that even I won't get. So I feel like everybody's probably doing good on those. Brandon, you're ready to stream on whatnot. Man, I've been talking about it. I would love it. Had a nice episode one Easter egg this episode. Yeah. Battle droids. Yeah, get in there. And by the way, I'm gonna say Brickerbacher because your first name makes it sound like I might be saying something else. Um, love that set, dude. That's one of my sets of the year. I don't care what anybody says. I think Bumblebee is awesome. I think it's awesome. I understand vehicle mode is challenging, but also as someone who likes a little bit of Transformers, like the real cars or the real vehicle modes on Transformers don't always look that great either. And so I'm giving them a pass that the vehicle mode doesn't look great. The mech itself or the robot mode itself, sick, sick. All right, guys. About which one, Tyler? Not wrong about which one. Bumblebee? Bumblebee's fucking awesome. I mean, it really is. Dude, Soundwave. Ugh. All right, guys. Like I said, keeping this one short. It gives me hope that we can pop on, do one of these again. And yeah, so next week, guys, let's plan on. I know there's a lot going on, but let's plan on um watching it together over on the Discord. We'll set up a voice channel for that. You can mute it, whatever you want to do. And then we'll pop over here, do the show in the next episode of Figanomics. But Goody do, baby whispercast. No, more like wife whispercast. She's got to be up. We all have to be up. We got an early airport run tomorrow. So I'm trying to be polite. That's why I'm not in the studio. So I'm in a different part of the house. All right, boys. Great hanging. We'll see you right here on Thursday. And don't forget the full regalia. Taylor, Brent. Probably need to get PNG on here too to talk about meeting Anakin Skywalker. Going to be an absolute flamethrower. We'll see you guys right back here. This has been Figanomics. We'll see you on ACOB Thursday. And thanks so much for the support with the Fig stuff, guys. With the Girth Troopers and the Advent. Sincerely appreciate it. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying them. We'll see you later. Or chat. Run it.